Peace, everyone. Welcome to Winning Wednesdays. Today is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. The future is here. The future is here. Welcome, everyone now joining. Who do we have? Peace to Andrea, peace to Jen. Thanks for joining. Today, I've got several interesting articles I wanted to discuss, and I've got a YouTube short I wanted to share, but we'll give it a minute before we start. Let me see here. I just want to make sure before we get too deep into today's meeting, can you hear me and see me? Please confirm you can hear me and see me. Just drop a confirmation that you can hear me and see me. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, everyone, to Winning Wednesdays. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Just 1 minute after the hour. I'm going to give it a couple minutes before we start. But in the meantime, I want to take a look at the market. Let's take a look at the market first. Let's take a live look at the market before we get too deep. All right, so let me remove my banner right here. Okay, so here's a live look at the market as of 12:02 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. All right, so mostly green. Major indexes are green. Mega caps green. BTC currently at 109. What else do we have? Okay, there's a couple of tickers there I wanted to discuss in detail today's articles. One of them being Microsoft, one of them being Amazon, one of them being NVDA. And I don't have Uber on here, but I've got an article I wanted to share about Uber. So that's a live look at the market. Apple's slightly down. Apple's at 208.14 as of right now. It's the only mega cap that's down so far today. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're working with so far today. All right. Hope your net worth is increasing. Hope your dollars are working hard for you. I'm sure you worked hard for your dollar, so your dollar must work hard for you. All right. So that's a quick look at the market. I've got several articles I want to talk about since we last met. So let me stop sharing that and let's get right into it. You may know, I know some of you follow the market very closely. Earlier this morning, NVIDIA became the first $4 trillion company. You might have heard, you might have read an article online, maybe on Yahoo Finance, maybe on CNN Business. But earlier today, it actually happened a little faster than I thought. I thought it would happen maybe later this week or next week, but as of this morning, NVIDIA is currently at 163.25. I believe at about $164, NVIDIA is officially a $4 trillion company. So let's actually let me see how I want to do this. Actually, let me share my AI screen. Let me share my screen here. I'm gonna ask the AI. Let's see here. Share screen. Let's ask ChatGPT this very question. Then we'll talk about the article I have in mind. Let me do this correctly here. Okay, here we go. Okay, hopefully you can see my ChatGPT screen. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Let me see here. I'm going to ask ChatGPT at what share price is NVIDIA a $4 trillion company? And we'll see what it says. All right, let's see if it gives us an actual number. Okay, so 162. Okay, so NVIDIA would need to trade at approximately $16.20 per share to reach $4 trillion market cap, assuming about that many shares outstanding. Okay, so this is about 162. Okay, so 162. NVIDIA is currently at 163. Okay, so as of this morning, NVIDIA is the first $4 trillion company in the world. All right. NVIDIA is the first $4 trillion company. All right. So let's actually ask ChatGPT let's ask ChatGPT that same question on Microsoft. Microsoft is just behind NVIDIA. So let's ask that question. At what share price is MSFT a $4 trillion company? Let's see what it says. ChatGPT, did you give me the number I'm looking for? Okay, let's see here. 538. Okay, 538. Okay, there you go. 538. All right, so Microsoft is currently at let's see here. Microsoft's currently at 500 even. So once Microsoft hits 538, it will be the second trillion-dollar company in the world. All right, so breaking news here on Winning Wednesdays as of this morning, a few hours ago. NVIDIA is the first $4 trillion company in the world. All right, so let's get into the first article, and it relates to that. It relates to NVIDIA. Let's see here. Share screen. Let's see here. I know I've got it somewhere. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see here. Hopefully you can see this. Let me X the ad there. All right, let me share this screen entirely. All right, so this is an article from CNN Business earlier this morning. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see the date and the time here. As of 9:56 a.m. Eastern this morning, NVIDIA beats Apple and Microsoft to become the world's first $4 trillion public company. All right, so this is a new article, new headline as of a few hours ago. All right, let's see what this article says here. NVIDIA on Wednesday hit $4 trillion in market value, making it the first publicly traded company to hit that milestone. NVIDIA stock rose 2.5% after market open on Wednesday to hit the intraday record high that pushed its market value above $4 trillion. All right, so 4 trillion. How many zeros is 4 trillion? Drop how many zeros that is in the chat. The U.S. chip maker has had a remarkable march to record highs and has soared 22% this year, thanks to its leading role powering the AI boom. NVIDIA beat Apple and Microsoft to hit the $4 trillion mark. Apple entered this year as the world's most valuable company at just about $3.9 trillion before tumbling in recent months amid President Donald Trump's tariff turmoil. NVIDIA and Microsoft traded places as the world's most valuable company in recent months before NVIDIA surged ahead to reach the $4 trillion mark. All right, so what do you guys think about that? Do you guys own NVIDIA? Are you sending Jensen Huang to work on your behalf? I personally send Jensen Huang to work on my behalf. I prefer living. I'm a former laborer. I'm never going back to labor. I am never going back to labor. All right, let's see what this article says. NVIDIA's chips power the data centers that companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google need to fuel their AI models and cloud services. And AI investments are only expected to grow. All right, so let's pause. Let's meditate on that sentence right there. NVIDIA's chips power the data centers that companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google need to fuel their AI models and cloud services. And AI investments are only expected to grow. All right, so what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? We can't complain that we didn't know a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Here's the proof. AI investments are only expected to grow. All right, so Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, 3 of the world's biggest companies rely on NVIDIA's chips. NVIDIA buys chips from these companies. Excuse me, these 3 companies buy chips from NVIDIA. So there's a warning for us. Okay, what are we going to do about it? Global spending on AI infrastructure is expected to surpass 200 billion by 2028, according to this research firm. All right. NVIDIA generated 44 billion in revenue for the holy moly, I can't hold it. Takes me a minute just to digest this. NVIDIA generated 44 billion in revenue for the quarter that ended in April, up 69% from the same period a year ago. Okay, 44.1 billion. How many zeros is that? There is one company in the world that is the foundation for the AI revolution, and that is NVIDIA, this analyst says. The company rose to fame for its graphics processing units, which have become a favorite among PC gamers. Now it is charging ahead with new AI models designed to power autonomous robots and vehicles. Its annual developers conference in March, it announced an update to its sought-after Blackwell chip called Blackwell Ultra, which it says will better support AI models with more sophisticated reasoning capabilities. Okay, so here's a key sentence right here. NVIDIA hit 1 trillion in May 2023. NVIDIA hit 1 trillion in May 2023. We're now in July 2025, and it just hit a $4 trillion market cap. All right, so how many months between May 2023 and July 2025? What is that? May, June, July, 24 plus 2, 26. In 26 months, it went from a $1 trillion company to a $4 trillion company. All right, so let's see what else this says here. NVIDIA's role in the AI gold rush has also put CEO Jensen Huang in Trump's orbit, raising his profile beyond the tech industry. Huang has met with the president and was also among the several high-profile tech executives to accompany him during a Saudi Arabia trip in May. All right, the world's biggest executives were in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, not by coincidence, back in May. NVIDIA is also a partner in Project Stargate, the $500 billion AI infrastructure initiative that Trump announced in January, and it touted as key to push his I can't even read key to his push to grow America's tech footprint. Okay, so NVIDIA is making moves, right? NVIDIA is a giant. NVIDIA is a mega cap. NVIDIA is the biggest company in the world. NVIDIA just hit $4 trillion in market cap. All right, let's scroll down here. NVIDIA has also been caught in the AI race between Washington and Beijing. The company said it missed out on $2.5 billion in additional revenue for the first quarter that ended in April because of the export restrictions on these chips. Still, Huang sees a long runway for growth. On NVIDIA's earnings call in May, he said AI will be necessary for every country and every industry. All right, actually, this ties into the YouTube short I want to share. This exact sentence. Still, Huang sees a long runway for growth. On NVIDIA's earnings call in May, Huang said AI will be necessary for every country and every industry. Of course, we know that AI is incredible. We know that AI is this incredible technology that's going to transform every industry, from, of course, the way we do software to healthcare to financial services to retail. I guess every industry, transportation, manufacturing, and we're at the beginning of that. Okay, we're at the beginning of that. All right, so NVIDIA is not taking any prisoners. All right, this actually, I want to share the YouTube short I have. While this is directly related to the YouTube short, so I want to share my YouTube short here. Let me see if I can share this screen without screwing this up. Let's see here. Stop sharing that one. I want to share this one here. It actually ties directly into what NVIDIA's CEO just said. All right, so let me know if you guys can see that. I saw this YouTube short. I saw this short online. I think it was Instagram. So I pulled it up on YouTube. So let me know if you can see that screen. Just confirm that you can see that screen. I'm gonna play this. So hopefully you can hear the audio as well. I'm gonna play it a couple times. Hopefully you can see this. Can you guys hear that and see that? Please confirm. Can you hear that and see that? Please confirm in the chat.
That you're actually feeling under the weather. So don't be afraid when COVID starts knocking at your door. To give you a quick demonstration, COVID, how do you feel about PTO? Yeah, that's a no-go. And let's get one thing clear here. If I hear any complaints, this is what's going to happen. Farewell. Goodbye. Find another company without a robot. For the time being, Coid is a summer intern, but if the micromanagement works and productivity goes up, and I think that it will, we're going to bring Coid as a full-time employee and never send him back to RoboStore. What do you think? Oh, a hugger. See, he's a hugger. Wish some of you guys would hug me. I want everyone to give a warm welcome to our new hire, Coid. He's going to really help me micromanage you guys much more effectively moving forward. Thanks for coming in today. Great to see you. What's that? Whoa. No texting. See, that's another thing. He will know if you're texting during a meeting. Phone's away. Thank you, Coid. I'm seeing some confused faces, so let me explain this a little bit. When you're talking to customers, Coid is going to be listening to your phone calls, making sure that you're as effective with customers at all times. This is going to be huge. If you're taking a sick day, Coid is going to show up to your house or your apartment and make sure that you're actually feeling under the weather. So don't be afraid when Coid starts knocking at your door. To give you a quick demonstration, Coid, how do you feel about PTO? Yeah, that's a no-go. And let's get one thing clear here. If I hear any complaints, this is what's going to happen. Farewell. Goodbye. Find another company without a robot. For the time being, Coid is a summer intern, but if the micromanagement works and productivity goes up, and I think that it will, we're going to bring Coid as a full-time employee and never send him back to RoboStore. What do you think? Oh, a hugger. See, he's a hugger. Wish some of you guys would hug me. I want everyone to give a warm welcome to our new hire, Coid. He's going to really...
All right. Hopefully you saw that and heard that. What do you guys think about that? Let me know if you could see that and hear that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, it's half of a joke, but it's also half dead serious, right? Robots are on the way. For me personally, that's just a reminder, the 10,000th reminder to myself to get off the plantation, to not allow other people to control my outcomes. That's just a further confirmation that robots are coming. The AI is on the way. It's only a matter of time before I have to go report to a robot, right? If I worked on the plantation, if I didn't get off my ass and do something about it, that would be my fate right there. No PTO. What are some key takeaways from that? He said no PTO. He's going to come check your temperature. He's going to pull up to your house and check your temperature, make sure you're sick. Right? No PTO, no sick days. You got to report to a robot, right? They're going to replace you. Forget all that education you have. Forget all that experience you had. They're going to come replace you with that robot. What else? Is that the future or is that the present, or is it both? All right, that's a lesson to me, man. That's a reminder, 10,000, to get off the plantation and to get off my ass, take self-responsibility, take self-accountability, and control our fate, our damn selves. Stop deferring our outcomes to Mr. Charlie and HR, because that will be the outcome. Okay, robots are coming to replace the employees. So that ties directly to what Jensen was saying in that article. Okay. AI is going to come affect every industry, every position, every industry, every field, right? Natasha says, learn new skills and fast. Imagine, no PTO. Imagine the PTO. Imagine you put in for a sick day. The robot pulls up to your house, checks your temperature just to make sure that you're sick. I mean, if that's not a plantation, I don't know what is, right? What's next? Actually, that reminds me, during the pandemic, I remember a lot of people were working remotely, right? And some of these people, what their companies did was measure the amount of times they were clicking their mouse, or measure how fast their mouse was moving, just to ensure that they were actually at the laptop and not doing something else. That kind of reminds me of it's just another form of slavery for me, right? So that I wanted to share that YouTube short. If you, I saw that online, so I felt it relevant to our discussion, especially with NVIDIA, with the moves they're making. So it's pretty crazy, right? It's kind of half a joke, but it's half a serious, right? So to anyone still hoping HR is going to come save us, HR is not going to save you. HR does not have your best interest in mind. All right, so let's get back to the articles. All right, so we talked about NVIDIA. We talked about that YouTube short. I wanted to also talk about this right here, this company right here. This is another article I saw online I wanted to discuss. And you guys probably use this company. I've used this company several times in the past. And this is Uber, an article on Uber. All right, let's see what this says here. Uber shares climb to all-time high amid expanding services. All right, let's see what's going on with Uber. And this article was from this past Monday, a couple days ago. Shares of Uber Technologies climbed about 3% on Monday to an all-time high peak of 96.4. All right, let me check what Uber is. Uber is currently at 97.01, if you can see the far right on the screen there. The rally lifted Uber's market value to nearly $202 billion as investors applauded its recent performance. All right, let's see what else is going on with Uber. Over the past year, Uber's stock has jumped roughly 52%, reflecting a growing confidence in the ride-hailing and delivery giant. I actually just used Uber Eats recently on Saturday. Saturday morning, I had used Uber Eats to drop off some groceries for me. Annual revenue reached $45.4 billion. Analysts maintain an outperform consensus with the highest price target of 97. Okay, so it's already at 97. It's already at 97. Let's see what else it says here. In other developments, Move is closing in on a $1.2 billion debt deal to scale its autonomous driving fleet with Waymo, a unit of Alphabet. Meanwhile, Uber Eats, okay, I just used Uber Eats, has added 6 regional supermarket chains. Okay, so they're expanding. Okay, so Uber is expanding. Okay, so let's pause for the cause right there. Let's take a lesson from Uber. What's the lesson from this sentence right here? Meanwhile, Uber Eats has added 6 regional supermarket chains, including Big Y and King Cullen, to its grocery service. Okay, what's a business lesson we can learn from that sentence right there? My takeaway from that sentence alone is if something's working, expand on it. Okay, if something is working, expand on it. If something is working, scale up. All right. So Uber's adding more supermarket chains. Where is Big Y? What market is Big Y and King Cullen? What markets do those grocery stores serve? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with those those grocers. Does someone know Big Y and King Cullen? What markets do those two grocers serve? Okay, so let's see what else it says here. Uber is also in talks to acquire Pony.ai, US's operations, a move backed by Bernstein, which maintains an outperform rating and a $95 target. BMO Capital highlights Waymo's leadership in self-driving tech, while Citizens JMP warns of a San Francisco mileage slowdown. All told, Uber's record share price caps a series of strategic moves aimed at diversifying. Okay, here's another business lesson for us right here. Here's another lesson. Uber's record share price caps a series of strategic moves aimed at diversifying and strengthening its core business. Okay, what's the business lesson from that sentence? What's the takeaway from that sentence right there? Uber's record share price caps a series of strategic moves aimed at diversifying and strengthening its core business. So my takeaway is, even if I have a core product or service that's doing well, I still want to innovate. I still want to diversify, because there may come a day where my core product or service does not move like it moved in the past. So I'm going to brainstorm as a chief executive. I'm going to brainstorm new product and services. I'm going to brainstorm new ways I can improve my product and services. I'm going to strengthen my core business. So that's my takeaway from that last sentence. All right. Okay, so Andrea says New York, King Cullen. Okay, so King Cullen is a grocery store in New York. All right. Yep. So Uber is growing and expanding. Uber is a big company, a successful company. I believe they were just included in the S&P last year. They're not sitting around patting themselves on the back, giving high fives to each other. They're making strategic moves. All right. So Uber is a big company, successful company. We can study Uber and take lessons and implement those lessons into our business. So one lesson is to diversify. One lesson is to not get too complacent, get too comfortable. Always diversify, always strengthen your core business, find ways you can strengthen. That's one takeaway. And another takeaway is to, where was it? Where was that other sentence? Okay, scale up right here. If something's working, don't get too cute, don't get too trendy, don't get too sexy. Just keep doing what's working. Okay. This is a reminder to myself. Keep the main thing the main thing. If the main thing's working, stick to it. Don't get cute, don't get sexy, don't get trendy. Stick to what's working. So that's a lesson that I am taking away myself. All right, so a couple of business lessons in this article from Yahoo Finance on Uber. Okay, Uber at all-time high. They're doing something right. We can study Uber and take lessons from them. All right, so that was the second article I wanted to share. That's an article on Uber. Let's stop sharing that. So what do you guys think about Uber? I personally use Uber once in a while. I do not own shares in Uber. I do own an S&P index. I'm not sure what allocation Uber is within that index, but I do not own Uber outright. But I do use their product. I do use their product. All right, let's see. Am I missing? What am I missing? I know I'm missing a lot of comments. Let's see what I'm missing. All right. Andrea says, Hippo, don't come to my house. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the plantation cracks the whip even further. They want to check if you're really sick. You're not entitled to your time off. You're not entitled to your sick time off, your paid time off. Plantations innovating ways that they can crack the whip even further. Let's see here. Yes, definitely invasion of our personal space and privacy. Yeah, it is. The question, we already know what the $1 trillion question is, right? The $1 trillion question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to cry, complain after the fact? Or are we going to make a plan and implement that plan? AI created, Andrea says, AI created an app for moving around the keyboard. Yes, yeah, during the pandemic, right. I had certain colleagues that would tell me their employers would measure the number of clicks the mouse every hour or something like that to make it to ensure they're actually working when they're supposed to be working, right? You're not entitled to time with your family. You're not entitled to time off. You're not entitled to going to the bathroom. You're not entitled to a lunch break. Plantations cracking the whip. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Let's see here. The growing, expanding. Okay, yeah, New York. Oh, the Hamptons. Okay, so Andrew says Uber's expanding to the Hamptons. Okay. All right. So that article had several lessons in it for us, right? One of them is if something's working, just scale up, just do more of it, right? If something's working, you don't need to switch strategies. If you have a strategy that's working, stick to it and scale up. All right. Okay. So what else do we have? All right. So I think I caught up on the comments. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. So I saw this article on, I think it was CNBC. Let's see here. I saw this yesterday. I wanted to bring it to attention. Let's see here. Yeah, CNBC. I saw this on CNBC. This is from yesterday, actually. You might have seen this as well. Jeff Bezos sells 666 million in Amazon stock as part of a plan to unload 25 million shares. Wow. 25 million shares. Okay, what's Amazon currently at? Amazon is currently at 222. 222, right? Amazon's currently at 222, and this guy has 25 million shares. He's looking to unload 25 million shares. Someone do the math on that right quick. What's 25 million times 222? Someone do the math on that right quick. Bezos he's trying to sell 25 million shares. Amazon's currently at 222. What's the market value on those shares? Someone do that math right quick. Or maybe I go to ChatGPT and ask the AI. Let's ask the AI what that market value is. Screen share. Let's ask Grok. Let's see what's up with Grok. All right, let's see here. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let's ask Grok. What is 25 million times 222? Amazon's currently at 22. Bezos he's trying to sell 25 million shares. Let's see what this. Any guess on what this number is? Any guess on what this number is? Drop it in the chat. What number is that? 5.5 billion. Let's see what Grok says. Let's see what Grok says. What is 25 million shares times 222? Let's see here. This is, okay, we got 3 zeros, 6 zeros. This is millions. This is 10 million. This is 100 million. Yes, 5.5 billion, right? 3, 6, 9. That's 100,000. Let me go back. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, I can make it bigger. Okay, there we go. All right. That's right. There's a million. Right there's 10 million. Right there's 100 million. So Jeff Bezos owns approximately 5.5 billion in just Amazon shares. He's trying to sell 25 million shares. Current price of Amazon is 222 and some change, so roughly 5.5 billion. What do you think about that? All right, let's get back to the article. Share screen. Okay, so Bezos is looking to sell 5.5 billion worth of Amazon shares. Share screen. I shared the wrong screen. All right, right here. All right. Okay, getting back to the article. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos sold nearly 3 million shares worth a whole lot over 2 days in July. The stock sale is part of a plan announced earlier this year that will see Bezos unload up to 25 million shares through next year, May. All right. The stock sale comes shortly after his $50 million high-profile wedding to Sanchez in Venice. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. All right, let's see what it says here. Bezos, who stepped down as Amazon CEO in 2021, sold a whole lot in stock during the final days of June. He still has more than 900 million shares of Amazon valued. Oh man, my eyes might be deceiving me because I think that says close to 200 billion. But please confirm. I think my eyes might be deceiving me. The latest stock sale comes shortly after Bezos' wedding. Okay. All right. Okay. So he got married recently. All right. So this is a article I saw. I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. You might have seen this article as well. Bezos is selling his Amazon stock. So that's an article from CNBC. Okay. So another article I thought was relevant to our discussions. All right, so now since we're on CNBC, let's see what some of the major headlines are on CNBC. All right, let's see. Okay, I have an article on Trump's tariffs I wanted to discuss. I'm going to save that for a few minutes. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's this article right here. Trump sends more letters dictating high tariff rates around the world. Right here, NVDA is moving. Okay, stocks making biggest moves. All right, so those are some current headlines from CNBC. All right, let's exit that. Okay, so that's what's going on in the world of CNBC. I want to share my screen. Okay, so now that we know what's going on with CNBC, let's go to Yahoo Finance real quick. Let me share my screen here. Let's see what's going on in the world of Yahoo Finance. All right, so there's that tariff article again. Let's see what else is going down. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, this is the article we just talked about. NVIDIA becomes first company to reach 4 trillion market cap. Stocks rise as NVIDIA takes 4 trillion. Okay. Okay, here's a kind of, about an hour ago, this article, Linda stepped down as CEO of Mutz X. Okay, so the X is going to have new leadership, it looks like. So this is what's currently going on with Yahoo Finance. All right, so here's another article a video on Uber. All right, so that's what's going on with Yahoo Finance. Let's take a quick look at CNN Business. CNN Business. All right, Trump threatens more countries with tariffs as high as 30%. Okay, so same article right there of turnover in X's leadership. What else do we have? I saw this article. I found this kind of interesting the other day too. Microsoft, OpenAI, and Anthropic are investing millions to train teachers how to use AI. So if I'm an employer, if I'm a school board, it has to cross my mind at some point, why do I even need a teacher? Can I train the AI in the future to take over completely? Well, that's a question I had. No, I wanted to, maybe we get into this article. What else do we have? All right, let's get into that tariff article. Let me share. Let me stop that one, and let me share. The right screen. Let's see here. All right, this is from CNN Business earlier. Let's see when this was. This was either from yesterday or today. All right, let's see what this says here. Trump promises more tariff letters and warns BRICS of what's coming. BRICS I first heard of BRICS way back in the day, maybe in the late maybe like 2008, 2009, 2010. BRICS just short form for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. All right, let's see here. President Donald Trump said at least 7 countries can expect tariff letters on Wednesday morning as he ramped up pressure on nations to strike deals with the U.S. by saying his new August 1st deadline. Okay, so today was actually the initial deadline, I believe. Now they're extending it through to 8/1. Today is 7/9. I believe today was the original deadline for tariffs. Now they're kicking the deadline to 8/1. The announcement came as Trump vowed to slap a 10% levy on imports from BRICS group of emerging economies, revealed plans for a 50% tariff on copper imports, and threatened a massive 200% import on tax on pharmaceuticals, renewing uncertainty for the global economy and markets, which have already experienced months of volatility. All right, let's see what it says. A minimum 7 tariff notices will be sent out to American trade partners Wednesday. An additional number of countries would receive letters in the afternoon. Commerce Secretary, this guy, earlier on Tuesday said that 15 to 20 letters are expected to be sent over the next 2 days. The White House has issued its first letters. Okay, so Japan, South Korea, South Africa. So they're putting everyone on notice, not just the BRICS countries. Everyone's on notice, it seems like. Trump said on Tuesday that there will be no further extension of the deadline. All money will be due and payable starting August 1. Okay, I thought the initial deadline was today, 7/9, but doesn't seem that Trump's playing. 8/1 is now the new deadline. No extensions will be granted. No extensions will be granted. All right, so what are we going to do about this? We're not going to cry. We're not going to complain. We're not going to blame Trump. We're not going to cry racism. We're not going to cry inequality. We're not going to cry unequal opportunity. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? What's the plan? Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, right here. The White House has issued, Trump has also signed an executive order officially pushing back implementation date from today. Yeah, there you go, to August 1. Seemingly allowing a few more weeks for negotiations. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Are we going to cry come 8/1? Are we going to make a plan today and implement that plan? Are we going to take matters into our own hands? Are we going to defer our outcomes to somebody else? Or are we going to take self-accountability? Okay, we can't blame Trump. It doesn't matter if you're pro-Trump or anti-Trump. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? Okay, what's your plan? What's your plan? What's the plan? Okay, we're not going to be like everyone else and cry and complain. Come 8/1, we're going to make a plan and implement that plan today. Not tomorrow, today. Okay, we're going to make a plan today. We're going to implement that plan today. Okay. That way, by 8/1, we're good either way. Tariff, we're going to win. No tariff, we're going to win. Economy up, we're going to win. Economy flat, we're going to win. Economy down, we're going to win. Stock market up, we're going to win. Stock market flat, we're going to win. Stock market down, we're going to win. What's your plan? Okay, my plan is to keep implementing my plan, my game plan. I'm going to win regardless of economic conditions. I'm going to win regardless of what Trump's doing. I'm going to win regardless of racism. I'm going to win regardless of unequal opportunity. I'm going to win regardless of who's in DC, who's in Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to win regardless. And you will too. Okay, you're going to make a plan and implement that plan. That way, what Donald Trump is doing or what he's not doing doesn't affect you. You're going to win either way. All right, so that was another article I wanted to discuss. Trump and his tariffs. Let's see if there's anything else. BRICS group targeted. Let's see if there's anything else in here. BRICS is an acronym for, BRICS is an acronym of its early members: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. The economic club has expanded to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the UAE. It's not clear if Saudi Arabia has accepted an invitation. The group has over 10 lower-level partners, including Vietnam. Okay, so BRICS is ever expanding. Trump's comments came after, let me see this last sentence right here. Trump's comments came after he delivered a vague threat on Sunday night to impose an additional 10% tariff on countries aligning themselves with the anti-American policies of BRICS. Okay, what's the takeaway from that? What's the takeaway from this article? What's the takeaway? What's the lesson from this article? What is the lesson? Are we going to sit around with the woe is me mindset? Are we going to just cry and complain after the fact? Or will we make a plan and execute before the fact? Okay, come 8/1, I don't care. Tariff, no tariff. Racism, no racism. I'm going to win. 8/1, 9/1, 10/1, 11/1, 12/1, 1/1. I'm going to win. That's my mindset. That's my plan. My plan is to not worry what Donald Trump is doing. My plan is to worry what I'm doing. Okay, I'm locked in on what I'm doing. That's just me. I'm going to stick to what's working for me. I'm not going to defer my outcomes to another grown man, especially Donald Trump, pro-Trump or anti-Trump, doesn't matter. I'm going to take matters into my own hands and win on my own. That's my plan. All right, so that article was from CNN Business. You can check it out on your own. My takeaway from this article is to lock in on what I'm doing. My takeaway is to focus on what I'm doing, not what Donald Trump is doing. Okay? Doesn't matter. For me personally, doesn't matter what he's doing. Tariff, no tariff, doesn't matter. My plan is to win, regardless. Okay? What's your plan? Will you implement that plan? Will you put the fear to the side? Will you put all the politics aside? Will you put the paralysis of analysis to the side? Will you execute? What's your game plan? Okay? Or are you going to wait till 8-1, then cry racism, cry this person should be in office, that person should be in office, life's not fair, all the other excuses we love. Okay, we're going to kill all the excuses. What day is it today? As of 7/9/2025, we will kill all excuses moving forward. Rest in peace to all the excuses this day forward. July 9th, 2025. Put it on your calendar. Mark it on your phone's calendar. July 9th, 2025 is the day we kill all excuses moving forward. Okay, no more excuses as of today. No more excuses. Take matters into your own hands. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, a couple of reminders in terms of scheduling. Let me check my notes here. Every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, Doc has a free economic elevation class. It's a great class. It's free. Can't complain about the price tag, right? Can't complain about it's too expensive. I can't afford it. Every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, economic elevation. It's a great class. Great with the mindset. For me personally, it's put me over the top. Okay, put me over the top. I can finally get what I deserve in life. In part to that class. So 10 a.m. every day, economic elevation. It's free. Cannot complain about the price tag. All right, that's the first reminder. Second reminder. Every Tuesday at noon Eastern, Doc has a stock market class. That class is a paid class, but it's a great value add to I'm in that class as well. I do listen to it when I can. He reviews what's going on in the market, similar to this class. He deep dives into several tickers, looks up several tickers, and gives his analysis on several tickers. That's every Tuesday at noon Eastern. Okay, that is a paid class, though. That is a paid class. What else do we have? This Friday night, Doc will have his options class. Okay, that's this Friday night. He'll have his prime class this Friday night. I believe it's at 8 p.m. I believe it's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So this Friday night, if you're into options, check out his prime class, which will be this week Friday. What else? Next week Thursday, which was the the 17th? Yeah. Next week Thursday, July 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll have a training. I've got 2 trainings in the chamber. I'm not sure on which one I'll pull the trigger on just yet. I've got a couple ideas in my mind. But next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube for free, I will have a training. So that'll be next week, Thursday night. Not tomorrow night, a week tomorrow night. Free on YouTube. So that's another event we have in the Black Business School. And in the end of August, we're about 6 weeks out, 5 or 6 weeks out, in Atlanta. The ABNC, great information, great networking, great people, great vibe. I'll be there in Atlanta. So that's on the schedule as well. All right, so if you're interested in any of those things, check them out. Freedom education is what I prioritize. I don't really care about the Macbeth education. I don't really care about the Shakespeare education. I prioritize the freedom education because freedom is my objective. Maintaining my freedom is my objective nowadays. Okay, I don't really care about Shakespeare too much. Shakespeare don't care about me, my bills too much. So I got that same energy to him. I keep that same energy for him. Freedom education. All right, freedom education. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's take a look at the market Let's see what's going on in the market right now. All right, so this is a live look at the market. All right, so pretty much the same as an hour ago. Everything green except Apple. Apple slightly down to 208. We talked about Amazon. Amazon still at 222. Bitcoin at 109. What do you guys think about Bitcoin at 109? What else do we have there? Microsoft right at 500. Meta at 735. Let's take a look at Meta. Let's check Meta right quick. Meta's been on a tear. Okay, this is the 1-year chart, I believe. Let me check here. No, that's the 1-year chart right there. No, that's the year to date. My bad. That was the year. No, that was the 1 year. Okay, so that's the 1-year look on Meta. What else do we have? Netflix currently at 1281. Let's check the 1 year on Netflix. I don't use Netflix. I don't have a subscription to Netflix. I never really watch Netflix. My mindset all these years was I can't sit back and kick my feet up and watch Netflix and then turn around and complain I'm not where I want in my life and my career. So I just never watch Netflix, but I know it's a strong company. Currently at 1281. All right, NVIDIA. We talked about NVIDIA. What did AI say? It said about 163. If NVIDIA is at 163, 164, it's a $4 trillion company. Okay, we talked about NVIDIA. What else do we have here? Palantir is another interesting one. Tesla currently at 296. Okay, Tesla pulled back a little bit, currently at 296. TSM, another big company, currently at 232. All right, so that's a live look at the market. Nasdaq up, S&P up. I don't on this watch list. I don't have any of the Russell. I don't have any of the Dow Jones, but I'm sure it's a similar story. If these tickers are up here, I'm sure the Dow Jones and the Russell 2000 are up as well. Okay, so that's a live look at the market. That's what's going on. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. I know I'm missing a lot of comments. Let me go to the comment section. Check out the comments. Elon's CEO announced that she was stepping down. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Donald Trump always chickens out. All right. Well, if Donald Trump chickens out or not, we should have a plan, right? Our plan shouldn't depend on whether Donald Trump chickens out or not. Our plan should be independent of what he's doing, right? We should win either way. Chicken out or not chicken out, we should have a plan. We should win either way. Doesn't matter what he's doing. What matters is what you're doing. Okay, so Jen says, okay, hold on, let me go back here. Jen says, my plan is to take inventory of my spending and make adjustments and investments. Good for you. Yep. If your plan is to take inventory of your spending and make adjustments and investments, doesn't matter what happens come 8/1. Doesn't matter what Donald Trump is doing. Doesn't matter what Joe Biden is doing. Doesn't matter what the governor is doing. Doesn't matter what HR is doing. Doesn't matter what Mr. Charlie is doing. What matters is what you're doing. All right. Excuses are tools for the competent. Yep. 7. Write a note on your notebook. Write a note on your phone. Write a note on your physical calendar. Write a note on your fridge. 7/1. No, what day is it? 7/9/25. All excuses died. RIP to all excuses. July 9th, 2025. RIP to all excuses. Okay. Racism. HR don't like your resume. Unequal opportunity. Mr. Charlie don't like you. My cousin don't like me. My cousin's gonna talk crazy about me. My cousin's gonna look at me weird. My neighbor's gonna look at me weird. Drop our favorite excuses in chat. We're gonna kill them all right now today. What else? My peoples didn't like me. I didn't have no support. What else? Drop your favorite excuse you heard in the chat. We're gonna kill them all right now today. What else? What else? My resume isn't shiny enough. Nobody told me. I didn't know. Yeah, it's a good one, right? It's a good one right here. DEI canceled. Here's the real question: why do we depend on someone else giving us opportunity from the jump? Right? We should have created our own opportunity from the jump. Therefore, DEI didn't affect us. No DEI, we're going to win. DEI, we're going to win. We're going to win anyways. Okay. We should have a strategy that's independent of someone else opportunity. Right? Netflix. Okay. Okay. We're going to kill all excuses. Right? I think. Let me check one of my banners right here. Let me switch my banner. Let's see here. Oh no, I don't have it up. All right. As of July 9th, 2025, we kill all excuses moving forward. From this day forward, there will be no excuses. Okay. We can't complain. We didn't know. We can't complain. I mean, think about it. We live in today, as of present date, it's the best time in history to be alive. Best time in history to be a business owner. Easiest time in history to be an entrepreneur. Okay. With all this advanced technology, with all the AI, with these communities we have, there's really no excuse anymore. We can't. I mean, this thing right here is a supercomputer, right? Arguably the greatest invention right here, ever, right here, right? A few clicks on that phone right there, and I can communicate with anyone in the world, right? I don't need HR's permission. I don't need Mr. Charlie's blessing. I don't need so and so to be in Washington D.C. I can create my own opportunity with this thing right here. Okay, no more excuses. July 9th. 2025, there will be no more excuses from this day forward. Zero excuses. Yeah, accountability. Yeah, accountability. We have no excuse. There's no more valid excuses from this day forward. All right. What else we got here? Let me check my notes. We talked about Bezos. Talked about NVDA. We talked about the tariffs. We talked about Microsoft a little bit. We talked about NVIDIA a little bit. Before we wrap, let's check the headlines right quick. Let's check CNN Business one more time. Let's share this screen right here. Let's see if there's any breaking news in the financial markets before we wrap. All right, so this is, I'm gonna refresh this screen right here. Let's see if there's any new news since we were on here a minute ago. All right, so here's CNN Business refreshed. Okay, Trump. Okay, chicken or no chicken, doesn't matter. We should win it regardless. Tariffs or no tariffs, we're gonna win regardless. Monster tariffs or no monster tariffs, we're gonna win regardless. Big pharma tariffs or no big pharma tariffs, we're going to win regardless. Elon Musk beefing, Elon Musk not beefing, doesn't matter. We're going to win regardless. What else? Tesla in deep trouble. Tesla not in deep trouble. We're going to actually let's take a look at this article right here. This is an interesting article. I find this is an interesting article. So let's talk about this article before we wrap. Let me remove my banner. Okay, no more labor, no more labor. We're going to send America's top executives to work on our behalf. We prefer living, no more labor, only living. All right, what else do we have? All right, let's see what we got here. A group of leading tech companies is teaming up with 2 teachers' unions to train 400,000 kindergarten through 12th grade teachers in AI over the next 5 years. All right, so let's think about that right there. Let's think about that right there. What do you guys think about that first sentence? What do you think about that sentence alone? What do you think about that first paragraph? Do you think these teacher unions have your best interest in mind? If you're a teacher, do you think do you really think, I could be wrong, but my takeaway from that first sentence is they're kind of lulling these teachers asleep. I believe AI is going to come replace these teachers at some point in the future, right? Right now, the narrative is, yeah, we're going to use it in conjunction with you to teach these kids. I suspect there's a day coming in the future where the AI will replace teachers altogether. Why would I pay you a salary? Why would I pay you medical and dental benefits when I could just program this AI to teach these kids? All right, but let's move on. National Academy of AI Instruction announced Tuesday $23 million initiative backed by Microsoft, OpenAI, Anthropic. Okay. So here's a heads up to any teacher in New York. The National American Federation of Teachers and New York-based United Federation of Teachers. As part of the effort, the group says it will develop AI training curriculum for teachers that can be distributed online and at an in-person campus in New York City. All right. Announcement comes as schools, teachers, and parents grapple with whether and how AI should be used in the classroom. Educators want to make sure students know how to use technology that's already transforming workplaces. Okay, so that goes back to what Jensen was saying in that one article. While teachers can use AI to automate some tasks and spend more time engaging with students, but AI also raises ethical and practical questions, which often boil down to if kids use AI to assist with schoolwork and teachers use AI to help with lesson planning or grading papers, where's the line between advancing student learning versus hindering it? Some schools have prohibited the use of AI in classrooms, while others have embraced it. In NYC, the education department banned the use of ChatGPT from school devices and networks in 2023, before reversing course months later and developing an AI policy lab to explore tech's potential. The new academy hopes to create a national model for how schools and teachers can integrate AI into curriculum and teaching process. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is just further confirms what Jensen was saying in that one article. AI is coming for every industry. If we're not using AI, we're slowly getting left behind. It kind of reminds me of the internet 30, 40 years ago, right? If you weren't using the internet 30 or 40 years ago, you are slowly getting left behind, right? Nowadays, imagine a world without the internet. We're meeting right now on the internet. We're reading an article on the internet while being on the internet. So I believe the AI will be something just like that, right? If we're not using this in our everyday lives, we are slowly getting left behind. We are slowly becoming obsolete. We are slowly becoming a dinosaur. Okay, we don't want to become a dinosaur. All right, what else do we have here? All right. Tech companies involved also stand to benefit from gaining feedback from teachers and potentially getting their AI tools in the hands of educators and students around the country. All right. How can we make sure that in the K-12 context that we're equipping those kids, those students with the skills that they're going to need? I mean, this kind of raises a question. I mean, does schools equip students with skills they need present day? My opinion, no. Okay, so this article again is on CNN Business. You can check it out on your own time. But the writing's on the wall, right? The writing's on the wall. Jensen said the same thing. Andy Jassy, Amazon CEO, said the same thing. I'm sure other top executives have said the same thing. All right, so that article you can read on your own time on CNN Business. All right, 1:04 p.m. Eastern. We talked about several of these mega cap companies, the moves they're making, and what we need to do, right? The key thing is not just to read the articles, but to learn some lessons from these companies, right? Many of us are business owners or aspiring business owners. We can learn lessons from these big companies. Right? They're obviously doing something right, so we can study them and implement those lessons into our businesses and our lives. Okay, so we'll meet again next week, Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern. Until then, keep doing your thing. Keep getting what you deserve. Check you out next Wednesday. Peace.